Well, here I go. I just wanted to show the difference after trimming off the bottom part of the, well, it was all text anyways. I wasn't using it. But if you look at it, the map isn't actually all that large. So this is the Tannenberg and Galicia maps together, but I should go and measure them, but it's not that bad, really. So yeah, the reason why I did that was I got a bit more of a nice little nudge to, or a bit more motivation to really start trying to use the tripod, even though I'm not really using it at this moment. But one of the YouTube content creators that I follow for wargaming, Dad versus Son, he actually looked at one of my videos and commented and suggested that I should get a tripod. So yeah, so here I am. I was like, oh, I might as well get going. But I wanted to get more of an overhang, so I know I'm about to try the pause feature. All right, so we'll see if that pause feature works and if my angle is all right. I think I just want to primarily talk about, or at least get some of my thoughts about what the heck to do with the Second and Third Army. Okay, so the first thing I want to remember is, so the Austrians did get 10 supply points this turn, and the First Army had one supply point, and that was it. So, and this is the thing, is those 11 supply points have to last a month. And they've got lots of issues to deal with. I mean, they're with, so even though I'm not, well, it's just off to the side here, you can see a little tiddly bit. I don't know if I want to keep altering, like moving everything around. Still learning everything, but so if you can go, yeah, I'll have to start. Hold on here. See if I can do it. So up there, I don't want to like, it's just because the tripod, I don't have the tripod flush to the ground. I put this old table that one of my neighbors is throwing out. I put it on risers, which are just empty peanut butter jars, but it's still that way I don't stoop all the time. But the problem is now that I'm trying to use the tripod's not tall enough, so I had to put those and put the tripod on peanut butter jars. But I haven't glued the jars to the tripod legs because I don't want to. It's a music stand I'm using for upstairs as well. But so anyway, so there's the. I mean, they've got to deal with that. So they've been withdrawing, and the Austrians are coming. I mean, the Russians are coming towards them, and obviously we've discussed that enough bloody times. Is that's like a red alert, which is kind of neat that the Russian block colors are reddish over there. I think it's a red iron oxide or something, actually. No, yeah. All right, so let's get back to talking about the First and the Second Army. I was going to make sure I lock everything up here. And do I have... Yep. I just wanted to make sure I've got Cernowitz and whatnot there. Okay, so... Oh, and I did, so out of the 10 supply points, I'm going to give Third Army 5, and then the other 5 are going to go to the First and the Fourth. Now, here's the Second Army. He's going to make it out of here. But this unit here, the 31st Infantry Unit, is part of the Third Army. And this is the remnants of the Second Army, man. The 20th Infantry and the 34th. So what I'm going to do, because the Third Army HQ is getting all the supply points, I'm just going to pretend that I'm transferring the command of those to, what did I say, the 31st and the, something like that, 34th and the 20th. That wasn't even close. So I'm going to say those, I'm transferring command over to the Third Army HQ, and then basically the Second Army commander. Hold on, where the hell? What is his name? Sorry, cat. My cat's sleeping near my book. I just scared the shit out of him. What's the Third Army? Or sorry, the Second Army. Alexander Samsonov. Oops, sorry, that's Russia. Jesus Christ. Edward von Bohm Ermoli. Well, anyways, von Bermoli, I don't know if you drink anything stronger than tea, but if I were you, after what you've had to deal with, basically being in command of the Second Army and watching the fall of Cernowitz and Stanislaw, and the Eighth Army just coming at you like there's no tomorrow, um, yeah, just get your ass to Lemberg, and I don't know what the heck Austrians drink for booze, but I think I'd want a stiff shot of something. But anyways, his days are over for the month, and maybe something will happen in November, but that's it. So everybody else is going to be in charge. Everything's going to be in charge from the Third Army HQ. What the hell to do? The thing is, I don't want to sit here and get my ass pounded by the Eighth Army, but I know that even withdrawing, it's going to take a while because of some of this terrain and the in and out of zones of control. The Eighth Army is still going to hit me anyways, right? So take it now or take it like you know what I mean? Like I'm like, okay, the closer I get to Lemberg, the closer the Eighth Army can get in there. Oh, what a bummer. I so wish that if this terrain was just here, it would be great. I just fall back a little bit, but that's not the case. It's kind of like I feel like because I mean, they're just decimated, and there's just not enough units. I feel like there's it's kind of like I have like 12 holes to fill and only like 10 objects to fill them with. That's kind of how I'm feeling with the situation here. Okay. The biggie, though, of course, is the major river and the zones of control. In concert, it is impossible for any Russian units to get across from this hex to this hex as long as I have somebody here or there. So it's kind of weird. Like I was reading up a little bit and watching some posts on Stalingrad 42 and Salerno 43, and they have a thing called a Zoc bond or something, where I guess two units or certain units are able to do it. I guess where you don't have to have a counters all the way across, units all the way across. You can have a counter here and here, and nobody can get through here. And in a weird way, if the Austrians can get a unit here, they don't have to worry ever about anything here. That would be like a brick wall. It would be amazing. Well, of course, until something, one of the units went off to the side. So that's what I meant when I was talking about having 12 holes and only 10 objects to fill them with. If I could just get something here, but by doing that, I've taken too much out here. I do want to see if I can take this hex. And the reason why I was saying in a previous post is I really want to protect this. I want to keep this hex and fight over that bridge. And it's entrenched now, so I'm in great shape, if you see here. But I want that river bonus, so I have to get rid of him. I'm a bit worried, though, about maybe the Third Army will start shifting focus. I mean, that was one of those. That was a unit, I think, a turn ago. I was thinking about removing and going towards there, but I was like, I was a bit worried about it. Now I'm happy. I'm glad I stuck it there because right now they've got the river and the forest, so that's in the woods, so that's good. Shoot, I just don't know what to do. So I think, no, what am I saying? I don't know what to do, and then I start saying what I'm going to do. Oh yeah, and they're also going to get some replacement units, which are coming down through. Let's see if I can move the bloody thing again. So I did notice that I can. So the Austrians have a rail capacity of 7 divisions, and they've got 4 divisions worth of replacement units coming in. Most of them were diverted from Ostrava and Krakow, I think. Ostrava and Katowice, sorry. Anyways, yeah, and so I've got them now this month, and if they could handle it, and they can, So they're going to go up here. I'm actually sending the one of the three, yeah, I had to really look because they're all like different colors and different numbers. I had to kind of make sure which, like, you know, use it to the best possible advantage. And so I'm sending a green 4s, 3 replacement units over to here. And then the first and the fourth, actually most of the fourth are getting it because they're going to be taking a brunt of the damage, I think, initially. And then the first army is going to have to deal with that nonsense later. But so anyways, yeah, they're going to come through here. So I'm actually, just to have a bit of fun, I'm sending the infantry division that, oh, that was another thing I have to remember about replacement units. When I was doing the rail, I didn't clue in. It was okay. I was still can make it, but they only have a movement of 3, not 4. So that I found interesting. But anyways, just to kind of like give it to the 8th Army, or I don't know, maybe it would have been maybe a little bit scary for the troops that were in here. Wow, they're so far away. There's a river across. But I mean, technically, I could have still used the double rail line, you know, to get through from Chemisch to get to Lemberg. But I was like, nah, let's be a little bit risky. And I used, I think, was it this one? Yeah, I think I used this rail line and got them like, well, really flipping close to the Russian 8th. But maybe it's to also show anybody, you know, looking out the window, this is what you're going towards. So yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I'll move this little dude over here. See, that's what happens. I just, one of the legs just came off one of the peanut butter jars. Darn it. There we go. All right. So, I don't think that's good enough, I think. Shouldn't start fiddling around too much. Okay, so I'm going to make an attack here, which means I'm also using up my supply points. And remember, like I said, I've got a whole month to think about this. Oh, darn it. You know, sometimes when I look at the terrain and I'm trying to plan out my moves, I swear to God, like this game, like I'm not sure. I'd love to talk to Dave Schroeder about it, but it's like, sometimes you're like, oh my God, if we only had one more movement point, you could, you know, get something done. And I'm like, God, I swear to God, like he did it on purpose. And like, how much did he design the micro terrain, right? Because I mean, let's be honest, there's a ton of arbitrary stuff going on here. I would assume. I do know he said that he was using some kind of military maps or something from U.S. military or something anyways, but still. So I don't know how much he transcribed or extrapolated or whatever, but it'd be neat to see, because sometimes I'm like, God, are you kidding me? Like, it just seems like a perfect puzzle. I just love it. Okay, so I want to figure out, so this is going to be a pseudo priority for me. How can I secure that spot? Because if I can secure that spot, but, you know, like, oh, Lord have mercy, there's not very many units, and I'm really trying to keep like a wide area. It's just ridiculous. But look at this nice little pocket, right? It's like, I don't have to worry about getting nailed on 3 spots in 3 areas, except for here, really. What am I saying? Lots of them here, but not all of them. Maybe I should just shut up. Okay, I'll give him a sip of tea here. Yeah. So I think I'll, for now anyways, I haven't wrote it down. I've done, have I written down any moves yet? I think so, yeah. I've like figured out how to move the second Army HQ over and whatnot and stuff like that, but nothing major. Okay, so I know I'm going to get punched in the head anyways. The Russian 8th is coming at me and they got lots of supply. These guys aren't the worst in the world. I mean, it's going to be an instant retreat. I mean, 2 strength points. 2 strength points. So there'll be instant retreats for sure. Or deaths, but I mean, they get a walloping and hits, but... see, but I mean, like, if I move back, it's the same thing's going to happen again. And that's clear terrain. Sorry, that's broken terrain. That's clear terrain. Shit. It's just... like, is it okay to withdraw that hex and still keep these guys? But then I'm guaranteed this guy gets attacked in from 4 spots. That's nuts. So I can't do that. Or do I, you know what I mean? Like, do I withdraw then here? Is that the same thing because it's 2 hexes? But then I've given up that forest bit here. But then I've consolidated, like I've given myself more strength points. So it's maybe potentially a less chance of withdrawing. Mind you, it's only a third for flipping Austrians, man. Practically blow on them and they go backwards. And then I still, I'm not worried too much about here, but like I said, I want to, like I was saying yet again, it's the 12 holes, 10 things. Shit. No, that's it for now anyways. I can't think of anything else to talk about until I can... that's the guy I put in there, yeah. The 35th came in to bolster that spot, just in case they started wailing in on it. But I didn't know the Austrians are going to win the initiative. So let's figure out the strength points. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And I'll go over, I'm not moving the camera. 6. Wow, 19 strength points, man. So basically I'd use them all up to attack that spot. And I don't, and it's big-ish because I can see I'm cheating, I guess you could say. I can see that's the color of one of my homemade counters, so that's a battle group. So it's not like a little like 1 unit or something, not like a cavalry unit. So yeah, I'd use up all my supply points, and that's it. Or do I take the chance that my trench will make me not have to retreat? You gotta admit, remember, this is all just because of stubbornness. I don't want to give up the flipping bridge hex. Yeah, I think maybe, okay, I'm gonna pause for a bit, and I don't think I'm going to attack. I think I'm just gonna keep my 5 supply points and really wallop them, or try to wallop them on counterattacks. I think I have to be realistic, which means I may fall back then. Because, well, no, you gotta remember that counterattacks are not limited to 4 movement points. It's 8, so. Okay. That was a weird one. I've never done a post with just the tripod and yabbering away, and I'm not even doing much of this, but that's what happened. I mean, this is what I normally do when I'm not video posting. I'm just staring at the bloody thing. Okay.